Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Princess Monet, and today I'm back with another video. I wanted to make this video really quickly just to let everyone know that I'm back again. I know I keep saying this, but then I go through a little something and I need a break. Everyone deserves a break, and that's what I've been doing, kind of on and off. But anyway, in my last video I did mention that I had COVID. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to get demonetized, but if this video is demonetized, it doesn't matter to me. So I actually tested positive February 16th. I did take the PCR test, not the rapid test. I don't really feel personally like those are accurate, because I know a lot of people who do take that test and it says negative, and then they take the PCR the same day and the PCR is positive. So I just don't really trust the rapid. So I did do the PCR, but I did get my results in 24 hours and I was positive. The reason why I took the test was because my grandmother tested positive and my brother. So those were the two first people in my household to get it. Actually, we all tested around the same day because a family member of ours tested positive that my grandmother was around. So even though I think it was like a little bit over a week maybe that my grandmother did see her, but regardless, we all tested around the same time, and I was negative, my mother was negative, and my father and my aunt was also negative. So like I said, my grandmother was positive and my brother. So a couple days later we decided to test again, and that's when my aunt found out she was positive, and then the following day me and my father were both positive. The only one who was negative was my mother, and honestly throughout the whole time she was negative. Till this day she's still negative, so shout out to her. I have no idea how she didn't get it, but actually I have an idea. My mother was super duper extra cautious. I'm talking about 2 masks and a shield, even falling asleep with it. Shout out to my mother, because we couldn't have done it without her. She definitely was checking up on everyone, temperatures, feeding us, cleaning, and you know, everyone was in their rooms. I was out of my room the most, to be honest, but I definitely washed my hands like crazy, and I had double masks. So real quickly, I'm just going to explain the symptoms that I had. I didn't have a fever and I didn't have a sore throat, so I feel like those are the only 2 symptoms I didn't have. But when I spoke to CDC and they were like, did you have this, did you have that, I'm like, yeah. Like the only thing I said no to was the sore throat and the fever. Where is it? I definitely wrote everything down. I don't know why it's not here. Okay, so it started off with me being congested, but I thought the reason why I was congested was because I tried to be cute and I went outside the day before I tested to go take pictures, and it was freezing outside. I had a little thin ass jacket and just like a tank top, and it was freezing outside. There was snow on the floor. Like, I definitely played myself. I shouldn't have went outside like that, but I did. So that same night I started to feel congested, and my nose was also runny, and I was just feeling like, ugh, I played myself. Like, I don't think I have COVID, but I know that I just like caught a cold for being outside. Now the next day I had a lot of pressure in my nose and my head, and that was beyond, like, I actually felt like my head was gonna explode. It was terrible. But this for me was the worst part. So, well, actually 2 things were the worst part. I had a burning, cooling sensation out of my mouth, and so basically it was like every time I took a deep breath I felt like a cooling sensation right here, but right here, like so bad. It felt like you know when you're underwater, or when you get water in your nose and you have like that burn. I felt like that all day. Like every time I took a deep breath I felt like the burning sensation. So that was terrible. Also, TMI, but I had diarrhea for a couple days, and I was like, oh nah, like I'm eating good, there's no reason why I should be having that. But then I read up that that was a symptom, so I was like, great, of course, add that to my list of freaking symptoms. So that was terrible. Like, who likes to do that? Lastly, I lost my sense of smell and taste, and that was terrible because it was like I felt like not eating. I did not want to eat. Like, I had a little bit of an appetite. It's just when I did eat I felt like, oh my god, why am I even bothering right now? Like, I know I needed to survive, but I could do without it because I legit cannot even taste it, and that was freaky. That definitely was very weird, and like it was so crazy because every bite that I was taking I was like, I know I'm gonna taste this one, I know I'm gonna taste this one. but I never did. Well, I'm not gonna say never. It took me like 4 days, so those 4 days were freaking terrible. So for my worst symptom, which this is the last symptom, which I still have to this freaking day, not as bad, but I actually felt like somebody was sitting on my chest. It was such a heavy pressure, and to take a deep breath was like nearly impossible. I felt like probably for the whole entire time I didn't take a deep breath fully until the last couple of days. This did last me for a full week for sure. I had to do the oranges, the gingers, the lemons. If you guys want the recipe to what I use, I will put it down below. It's a nasty tea, but it's definitely worth it. It's not horrible, it's definitely doable, but I feel like that did help. I was taking vitamins. If you guys want to know what I took and what I feel like helped me, like I said, I will list everything down below. Just ask. I have no problem answering. But yeah, so I was having like heart palpitations, I think it's called, heavy chest feeling. I started coughing, and yeah, that was pretty much it. It's the chest thing that was bothering me so badly. I even went and made an appointment online for like a virtual visit, and they prescribed me a pump. So I had the pump. I was taking not Theraflu, but something like a Theraflu, and Mucinex. I only took that for like 2 days. I really didn't feel like that was helping, but I also was not taking it as often as I was supposed to, so I just stuck to the teas basically, and the vitamins and stuff like that. So that's pretty much for me. Everyone else, I guess, like coughing. My brother, he only had a fever and he lost his smell and taste for like 3 days, so he was the lucky one. My grandmother was coughing a lot. She did have fever. I am so thankful that she is okay now. I'm getting emotional. My heart's like beating so fast because I've been trying to avoid making this video because I was gonna get so emotional. I'm not gonna go into like crazy details, but my aunt who gave us the virus, she ended up passing away. She was fighting cancer, and this is she was fighting cancer for like the 4th time, and this happens to be what made her pass away. So we lost her. I'm just really sad. I miss her, I love her, and I'm just happy that she's at peace finally. We're just gonna end the video off here because I need a moment. This is why I did not wear any makeup for this video, and you can see my rosacea. It's actually really terrible, and stress makes it worse. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video off here. If you guys have any questions, I'm sorry, I feel like I sped through it because my brain is like literally all over the place. But if you have any questions, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, DM me, whatever. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.